of the nation. Awe na magawi, aeko o mananaye.
Elsa? Elsa Rapudi, are you there? Oh my God, what is she? I don't know if it's true.
Good evening, good morning, and good day, wherever you are connecting.
My friend, I don't know what is going on. Do you hear
Ah,
me?
yes, I can hear you. What about you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, but where are the people? Where is the thing? It's not starting?
Let's wait. He's still busy connecting.
Oh, okay.
Mm. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and good day, wherever you are connecting from. We are back to the African Portal Media House International in Pretoria, in the country of South Africa. We are about to start our show. We are just waiting for the owner of this platform to get us connected. We welcome you. We welcome you all. And we are so happy to have you here with us at this point in time. Let us all enjoy the show. And whilst we are still waiting, let us invite, let's fill up the chat box. Thank you. See you just now.
Yes, thank you for that introduction. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a special day. Let's celebrate the Youth Day of South Africa. It's a very important day in the history of South Africa. I am Elsa Yvonne. I am broadcasting from the beautiful land of 10,000 lakes, Minnesota, USA. Thank you guys so much. Put your comments, put your celebrations, your balloons, everything in the chat box. Let's celebrate the youth of South Africa, the continent of Africa. Thank you very much.
Yay, yay. My friend, do you know what was happening on this day in 1976? Do you know?
I must have forgotten the history, but if you're current with it, it will be a wonderful thing for you to remind me.
Wow, this is the day whereby, an official was made that all Black schools in South African township must be all in Afrikaans. And then all the students marched from out of their schools into Orlando Stadium for chanting. This is the history. That's when everything started to erupt. And this is why we are celebrating Youth Day every day on the 16th of June.
Yes, thank you so much for that great reminder. I think it is very important. It is very essential. It is a great thing for the youths of South Africa and in any country in the world to celebrate themselves, because the foundation of every economy in the world depends on the hands of the youths. They are the CEOs, they are the ambassadors, they are the engineers, the nation builders of tomorrow. So our love, our nurture, and our help towards the youths of South Africa today, using our voice on the South African Radio Portal International, is very essential to support the youth of South Africa. And we love the youth of South Africa.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friend, for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I don't know if we are ready to can start. We'll just wait for Joshua to give us a go ahead.
Okay. Yes. As we wait, it is still very important to keep just celebrating these wonderful youths. I mean, the youths, they take the time to go to school, to try to educate themselves, to prepare themselves for a better future. It is a wonderful thing for the youth of South Africa. We have seen even those that are singing music in celebration of Papa Mandela. It is a wonderful thing. Some of them are artists, some of them are scientists, some of them are dancers. They celebrate in different ways. Some of them, they use their voices to speak just like we are doing. It is a joyful day to celebrate the youth of South Africa. And we are here today to do just that. And it is so, I'm so filled with love and excitement in my heart because I am a mother of a youth, a young adult, it is always a great thing to celebrate those little loved ones. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for your lovely support. You know, you are an African, even if you are in the United States, but your bloodline is African. So we are one thing. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to celebrate, and at the same time, we will be inspiring and motivating you to know that you are so important and you've got a message in you that is so powerful that can impact the world and it can touch millions of people out there. So, heroes of today, I'm talking to you, our youth.
Yes, thank you so much. You are right. Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I am an African. An African are all over the world. It's not just in the country of South Africa. We are all over the world. And so we celebrate all over the world because the world is a global village and we are all over. We live in different communities among different people, but we are all one because we are all members of the human race. And so I am in America. I am still an African. I'm part of South Africa, and we celebrate this day. And oh boy, a lot of things to celebrate about the youths because we see them every day, what they do, what they say, and what they create. We see them every day. It is so important that we celebrate our youths because the longing of every human being is to be celebrated, is to be recognized, is to be loved, is to be nurtured, is to be told that they matter. That is what we are here today to do with the South African youths. Thank you so much. Are you there, my friend?
Yes, I am here, my friend. I am here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to write this down. In life, in this thing called life, you know, we are faced with problems and opportunities. And no matter how big the problems might seem to be, we have to move forward. And whenever God gives you a pen to write your story, just write your story. My friend, am I saying the right thing or not?
You
Can
are
we
very
take
right.
it
You
further
are
on
very
that?
on point. You are very on point. Go ahead. I'm watching and listening. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. When God gives you a pen to write your story, never let go of God's pen in his hand. Why am I saying this? Because your story, it's a message of hope for someone out there.
Yes.
Your story, it is so powerful to give hope to the hopeless. And you know, when you are in a storm, I'm just going to give you a definition or just an acronym of a storm. A storm is STORM. It's something that only remains momentarily. It means that no matter what you are facing, know that that crisis will pass. And know that you are not alone. We all experience adversities, but out of those adversities, we learn. We learn. And even if you fall on your back so that you can stand up and make a move. So the youth of South Africa, today we are celebrating you. You are the cream of the nation. You are the pioneers of the nation. You are the diamonds of the country. And know that, you know, we cannot be building youth for our entire life. This is your time to take over and build this country with open-mindedness. My friends, is there anything that you want to add there?
Thank you so much for that. And welcome, our great friend, Mr. Egyptian. Welcome to the show. I'm happy you are here to celebrate with us the youth of South Africa today. It's a very wonderful and memorable day for all of us. Thank you so much. I'm glad on what you have said, my friend. Today is the day you live your life as if there is no tomorrow. Because why? Tomorrow has not been promised anybody. We live every minute, every second, every day on purpose and with a purpose in mind. So we are celebrating the youth of South Africa to get this clear in their heads. Whether you're going to school, whether you're working, whether you are even doing dishes in your home, whether you're talking with a friend, whether you are in your house today or on the street celebrating this beautiful day with your friends, do it as though there is no tomorrow. Do it as though there is no tomorrow. Let's take the example of our father, Papa Nelson Mandela Madiba, Tata Madiba. What he did for South Africa beginning in his youth, he was a successful lawyer, completed his school, and he saw what was going on in the country. It was not for the benefit of the citizens of South Africa. What did he do? He could have said, you know what? I am a graduate. I can get myself a very good job as a lawyer and make a living and move out of the ghettos to live in very good cities and forget about the rest of the population. But he carried this love, this image, this mantle, this love of his country in his heart and said, I will stand up and make sure that everybody in my country does not go through what they were going through apartheid. And he did it with all his heart and all his love. He went through difficulties and he did not give up. He never gave up. He walked out of prison in freedom and became the very first Black South African president. That is something that will remain in the minds of all of us, the South Africans, Blacks all over the world, even the entire world, of a good example of a man who set an example beginning in his youth. It is in the same sense that we ask our youth of South Africa today, take this day, not just celebrating, but celebrate on what you are creating, what you are achieving in order to build and also live a better South Africa and a better world for everybody. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, my friend. You remind me now of our former president. He was so phenomenal. And at times when I think about his way of living, what he did for us, my tears will just run down the cheek. Can we imagine for someone leaving his beloved family, fighting for the country to be liberated for 26 years, and God protected him. God was with him. You know what? So many things have happened to him, but the hand of the Lord was upon his soul until under 27 years of imprisonment. When he was released out of the prison, he was the first Black president in our country. I salute him wherever he is. May his soul rest in peace. And even today, we are where we are because of him. Especially as South African Blacks, I wouldn't be talking the way I am talking so free right away. If that was the case, police will be surrounding my house, will be searching for me, with dogs and everything. But because of him, we were liberated. And to you, the youth of South Africa, this reminds me when I was still growing in my childhood age. I remember I had so many adversities. I had so many challenges. But the storm that I was in, you see, I could depict that, it was clearing some other things that were just coming to happen to me. So wherever you are, I don't know who am I talking to you now, and I don't know what is happening in your life, but know that the storm is there to clear your path. And don't give up. Don't give up, because life is like that. Murphy's law will apply. And for you to beat Murphy, you have to stand up on your faith. You have to empower yourself. Empower yourself with knowledge. And you have to move everything that you do it with love and humble yourself. And you will see all doors of prosperity will open up for you. And your story, listen to me very well. Your story has got a powerful message in it. And it doesn't matter what type of a story can that be. You could have been a drug addict. You could have been doing so many things in the dark. This is the time for you to come up with those stories, being authentic, to impact the world, because someone out there is waiting to hear your voice. By so doing, you are helping them not to fall into the same trap that you were in. Let us impact one another. We have to impact and take this life, serious, with discipline and responsibility. With discipline and responsibility. Because everything that you want in this life, you've got to fight for it, but at headed level. This universe is in abundance. It's up to you and me. What is it that we work for? Because what you're seeking is also seeking for you. But if you're going to be behind closed doors, know that nothing will ever happen. Nothing will ever change. And like now, in this era that we are in now, we have to evolve. We cannot just face this era with an old mindset. No, we have to evolve. Things have changed. We have moved from brick and mortar into click and control. This is the time for us to become friends with our gadgets and our laptops, to learn and earn at the confine of your home.
Thank you.
We can't help it. We just have to take it. Nobody knew that this will be here, and this is something that we are experiencing for the first time. We have never seen everything like this, and we are in an attention economy. It needs me and you. We have to be serious. We have to shoulder on by empowering ourselves, surrounding ourselves with people who are going to lift us up, not people who are going to drag us down. No. And look into your environment. On a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to be fair and honest with your answer. Is that suitable for you? Is it adding any value into your life? If not, my advice is pull yourself back and set yourself somewhere. Because an environment that is full of negativity and drama won't take you anywhere. It is going to dilute your energy. It is just going to kill your faith, and it's going to disrupt you, not
Thank you.
follow your goals. Mr. Gibson, Can you
Yeah.
add on to what I've just said, my brother? Thank you.
Wow, wow. So much passion. You speak with so much passion. First of all, I want to just say thank you to Joshua. Thank you, Elsa and Yvonne, for being here. Um,
Welcome, sir.
you speak with so much passion and so much to add to what you're saying. Until my thought process had to slow down because when you think about the life of Mandela, it's it had to be symbolic of who God bless, no man can curse.
Yes.
And when the favor of God is on your life, um, and like Yvonne mentioned, she said a little bit, but from a humble beginnings, from rising in turbulent times, from um, verbal abuse, physical abuse, um, having to just probably navigate through life in dangerous times, prison, and so much things. So when we think about his journey and his accomplishment, it's really hard to just get into a 1 or 2 or 3 minute conversation. And I just want to add from what you said because it's important for us to believe that we can make a difference in spite of our humble beginnings. And as we speak to the youth and as we bring awareness to the youth that they hold the keys for for the future. Now, we also have to take in mind and in consideration that the next leader might be in gangs, the next leader might be in drugs, the next leader might be involved in prostitution, the next leader um, might feel like they are the black sheep of the family. The next leader might only have, as a youth, the 16, 15, 14, 18, 20-year old might be living in such a impoverished state that it might be hard for them to even comprehend that God can use them. So I just want to take this time to add to what you're saying. And there's a parent, there's a guardian, there's a teacher, there's a pastor, there's a preacher, there's a businessman who's going to also be hearing this. And it's important for us to be remembered that we made plenty mistakes. And in spite of what the condition, the financial, the how wealthy a person is, or how smart, um, or they mightn't be as intelligent, they mightn't be they mightn't be the head boy or the head girl or the A student now. But I just want to add to what you were saying that in spite of your situation now, you can make a difference. You are significant. You are important. And you're not just here because um, you're not here because you don't have a purpose or you can't make a difference. But I want to just come in agreement with um, Elsa and Yvonne and just say to that guardian first, speak life. Say to that guardian, continue to believe, see the good in our youth, see the possible, because the word impossible just simply is broken down that, I am possible. It is possible. Um, So see the possibilities in the next generation and speak life. And I want to say to the youth under the sound of our voices, because sometimes we don't reach the youth because we're in different circles and they're into so many different things. But if they don't hear us today and an adult is hearing us, I want you to make sure to take the message to them that there's somebody, they can make a difference. Um, the God in them is able to use them to make a change. And don't look down on themselves, but believe that they are the future, not only of Africa, because there are Africans that God is calling to, that God has used in the past to make a difference globally. So I want to say to you that you are also called to make a difference in the world, not only in Africa, not only in your community, not only in your family or school. So continue to um, believe in yourself, continue to develop a relationship with God, continue to look for a way out, believe in your dreams, reach out to mentors because greatness is in you.
Thank you so
And
much. Thank you. Go ahead.
I want to pause right there.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Gibson. I am so grateful for what you just said because the world now is a global village. We are not just celebrating the youths that are present in South Africa. Black people all over, they're all over the world. We are all over the world, in all corners of the world, because God created this world beautifully, that wherever you go in the world, you can still do something important for yourself. You can still see yourself as important. You can still resonate with your culture back at home. That is very important. And the one thing that, as we celebrate the youths, that I would like to let them know is love yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in who you are. Believe in who God has created you to be. You don't have to have 10 PhDs. You don't have to have everything in life before you believe in yourself to be able to rise up and do something. Do something with what you have. The little that you have, even your prayer, that is somewhere to begin with. Pour out your heart to God. Ask God to direct your footprints, to, to, to give you that purpose that God created you with in your heart, to start working on it day by day, little by little, because if you don't, you can never give from a standpoint of lack. You must believe in yourself. And if you can, reach out to somebody, reach out to a minister, reach out to an uncle, an auntie, reach out to a friend, and surround yourself with people who are positive, people who can build you up, people who can uplift you. Don't go around and with friends that maybe want to smoke or do drugs. But if you do, come out of that situation because you can come out. You can come out of a drug abuse situation. You can come out of alcohol. You can come out of anything. Pray, read your Bible. You know, John Bernard Shaw said, people, when they get up in this life, they look around for something that they want. But if they can't find that thing, what do? They create. God created all of us. God created all the youths of South Africa, all the youths of Africa, and the whole world, and instill in them something very valuable. And we have to go inside of us and search it through prayers and through asking questions and through educating ourselves, not just classroom education, community education. Mr. Egyptian is there. He is a coach. He is a teacher. He is a counselor. Elsa Rapudi is there. She is the same person, speaker, coach, and counselor. I am here the same. Reach out to us. We are here to build the youths of Africa, the youths all over the world, because if we build Charity begins at home. If we build ourselves in South Africa, we build ourselves in East Africa, we build ourselves in all Africans all over the world. We interact and we change the world because we are interconnected. Nobody's an island on themselves. Nobody can do it on their own. Together, we can begin to build Black people all over the world. But today is a special day for you, youth in South Africa. What are you doing to make your presence on this planet felt? Please invest in your attitude. Attitude is the number one thing that will make you succeed in everything in life. You must have a good and a positive attitude towards everything. And how do you get that? By reading your Bible, the number one book of wisdom. Reading your Bible, reading books that will build you up to invest in yourself. Because when you invest in yourself, you can find a way to invest and hold the hand of another person, just like our father, Nelson Mandela, did. And thank you so much, guys. There's so much more to be motivated to use to motivate our youth. So I'll give the floor to another person to talk. So we take turns. Thank you.
Yes,
I don't want to.
thank
I
you
don't.
so much.
Oh,
Mr. Gibson?
sorry. I don't. I don't want to seem like I'm just in and out. But I was at backstage for a while because I slotted from 3 to 3:30 to be here, and apparently, I guess I can't. The backstage brought me in late, so um, I have to go, and
Okay.
I I I do apologize because I don't want to go, and
Yeah, please, we want you to stay also.
okay, but what I can do is try to see if um, I could speed up my next appointment, and then maybe Joshua can bring me right back in.
Okay.
Oh, yes, we'll be waiting for
Um,
you.
and because we want to also remind our youth that we love them.
Yes.
Sometimes, sometimes they see us and we only talking because we love. Your mommy is only rowing. Your teacher is only chastising. The pastor's preaching because he loved. And yes, nobody is perfect, but it's okay that you made those mistakes. Um, I sure Elsa and Yvonne, we have made some mistakes. We have done some things that, hey, we be like,
Definitely.
wow. So we're not here to condemn you. And yes, ladies, I'm gonna try to get right back in. But listen here, um, um,
Thank you.
youth of the nation, youth of Africa, there's time. It's an awakening. It's time. And I want to add to Yvonne, and she talk about books. Use the YouTube. Use Facebook. There's a lot of information. Everybody is not a. You don't necessarily now. I'm adding to what you're saying, Yvonne. You don't necessarily now have to read. You can listen because audio books, YouTube. You know, there's books I go on, and sorry, there are platforms I go on, and I just have to play, and the book is reading, and all I have to do is listen, stop, and absorb it. So don't just use the social media platforms to have fun. All of that have its place, but we are here to say to you, you are called to impact not just Africa, but impact the world. But you have to first believe it. So let me go so I could try, see if I could come back in, and we will take this up.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gibson.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to add on what the other speakers have said, we are all created with high mental faculties, and we are all spiritual beings living in our physical body. You know, it's even written in the scripture that God used Paul's hands. And if he used Paul's hands, he can use your hands. If he used Paul's hands, he can use your voice. If he used Paul's hands, he can use you. He can use you. So what are you doing? What are you busy with? You've got an enormous potential and talents, gifts in you that you can ever imagine. Rob the symmetry of those talents and gifts. Do you know why am I saying that? It's because the symmetry, it is the one and only place in the whole universe that is so wealthy. It's
Yes.
not just South Africa that is full of resources. No, it is the symmetry. And it is because of people who are lying in the symmetries. Some of them failed to can discover themselves. Some of them had greatest talents in them. They could have written songs that they could have left here as legacy, but they didn't. So many books could have been written and published, but they are taken to the graveyard. So many songs could have been written, but they took them to the graveyard. So let us live full. This is how God wants us to live. He wants us to live full, to impact the world, and to die empty.
Yes.
That is living a life of a purpose.
Yes.
That is living a life of a purpose. And it's never late for you to start. See, you don't have to be great for you to start. You start for you to become great. And you don't have to see the whole staircase for you to start. This reminds me of Martin Luther King when he said, you know, you don't need to see the whole staircase. Yours is just to take the first step and move one step at a time, one step at a time until you reach to the top. And even if you feel that you are on top of the mountain, do not despair. Mountains are there to take you to higher places. That is your destiny. And even those who doesn't want to go up the mountain, you are wasting your time. Because that mountain is God who have built it for you. It's God who created that mountain for you. Like now with this pandemic, you know, when it started to hit the world, we all ran and looked and searched for God, only to find that it's God who did the shaking. What are you saying about that? It's time for us to stand up, to look into ourselves, look into your life, look into your dreams, and look into your goals and expand your vision. Expand your vision. Nobody is going to do that for you. Ladies and gentlemen, expand your vision.
Yes.
Nobody will ever do it for you.
Yes.
Don't expect your mother to do that for you. Don't expect your father to do that for you. Don't expect your wife to do that for you. Don't expect your husband to do that for you, or your partner, or your kids, or your neighbors. That is your sole responsibility. I still repeat, when God gives you a pen to write your story, write it in full. Write it in full. Even if you think that, you know what, I'm not going up that mountain, He's watching you. He is watching you. And you cannot just get a success or be successful when you are just loitering at the foot end of the mountain. All successful people have stories to tell. All successful people got lashes from the law of the universe.
Thank you.
From the law of the universe. So you just have to take it.
Thank you.
Take it and make a move.
Yes, thank
Take
you.
it and make a change. Take it and impact the world. My friend, is there anything that you want to add?
Yes, a lot to motivate our youth. This is celebration of our youth. I just keep dancing because our youths are so important. We talk about our youths
Yes.
because we love them. We love them with every bit of our body because why? Children are the first gift to us from God, and we cherish them. We want
Yes.
to love them every inch of the way, whether they fall or they stand up. We are there. If they fall, we are there to support, to pick them up, brush them off, dust them off, and say, you know what? You still have to fall and you're going to get up. Because
Yes.
how do babies learn how to walk? They fall a million times, but they are determined to get up and still
They
walk
never give up. Yes, they never give up. And
until the
same
last.
applies to life. Same
Yes,
applies to life.
until
Life
the
is not
last,
smooth.
and then they start walking, they will never give up. So it is our encouragement to the youths of today. Somebody might be saying, oh, how do I do something when I don't have the money? You don't have to have the money. You can start from anywhere. We all went through difficulties, through major life challenges, but we had to learn how to come out of those difficulties by asking questions, by praying, by looking for something, no matter how small it is, to do it. Because when you take little baby steps every day, you know what? God will support you and you will rise up. You will rise up and then you will follow the path that God has built for you in life. We love all of you, the youths of South Africa. You are scattered all over the world. The youth of South Africa is a symbol of the youth of all the entire world, not just Africa, all the entire world, because we all are created in the same image. Nobody is an island upon themselves. South Africa is connected to another country is connected to the other. Look at, like my colleague was saying, the pandemic. The pandemic has taught us a lesson. It has taught us so many important lessons in life to know that, guess what? We are interconnected. What affects one person in one part of the world would affect another in the other part of the world. And because of that, now we can sit in the confines of our own homes and speak to the youth of South Africa and to the youth of the entire world. That is a gift. Like my colleague said, when God gives you a pencil to write your story, hold that pencil with love, with gratitude, with determination that you're going to write your story. You don't have to get all the facts down because life is not meant that way. The one that you can write, you write, because guess what? God gives us the chance to go back and edit it. If something is not right, we can delete it and then write the right one, or we can delete the whole story and recraft another better story. Don't ever sit back and be ashamed of yourself that you can't write, you can't read, you can't do this, because guess what? Each and every one of us has something that they are good at. We cannot all have everything. And because you didn't go to school, don't set yourself back and think that you don't matter. You matter. You matter. School comes in formal education and informal education, like what we are doing. You matter every step of the way. Begin to dig into yourself. Build yourself from the inside out. Because when you build yourself from the inside out, it will show from the outside. Be determined. Write down your goals. Write it down. The Bible says it in Habakkuk 2:2. Write down everything that you want to do, or you think about something. Like for me, I sleep with a book and a pen. Pens, right? Actually, pens at the side of my bed. When something comes to my mind, even in the middle of the night, I immediately get up and put it down. Why? Because if I don't, I will forget. The Bible says, write it down so that it is so clear in such a way that even if a runner is running outside, they will see your goals. Recite those goals in the morning, in the evening, at night before you go to bed, even as many times as possible. Let it be part and parcel of yourself and your subconscious mind. My friends talk about the subconscious mind. Be mindful of what you say to yourself. We are too. We are too. Everybody should be, because we are all human beings. Nobody is like God. We have to be mindful of what we tell ourselves. Because what we tell ourselves is what we're going to impact our subconscious mind with, and it takes it and begin to act on it, and then we start seeing the results on us, and we'll be like, oh, I'm not lucky. Oh, my father or my mother didn't leave me any wealth. Oh, some people are prosperous and I am not. You don't know what those people are doing. They are writing their goals down. They are praying on it. They are nurturing it. They are talking it out. Fantasize about things. Don't worry if somebody says you're crazy because you're talking to yourself. Guess what? It is very normal. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself so that you impact your subconscious mind with a lot of things. Read books, listen, like Mr. Jason says, listen to podcasts. Audio books are there. Everything is there. Get on yourself. We love the youth of South Africa. We are celebrating you. We will be happy if you reach out to us. Sometimes you can even reach out to us to teach us, not just to hear from us, because there are certain things that we can learn from you, youth of South Africa, because I know who the youth of South Africa is because of my friend. She's from South Africa. And I know that you guys are powerful, you're strong, you are intelligent, you are resilient, you are wonderful, you are determined, you are loving, and you are kind. You are symbols and you are monuments to represent the South Africans, the Africans, and the entire world. You are here not just for yourself, you are here to work for the entire universe. Never, like my friend said, leave from here and go lay in the cemetery like other minds and great minds that are laying there in the cemetery without actually utilizing what God gave them. Bring it out. Reach out to us. We will reach out to you anytime that you find something not working out right, or you just need to talk, or you just need a little uplifting. Reach out to us and we will be right there. You want to take over from here, my friend? Thank you.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. And coming to goals, ladies and gentlemen, you know, to make it in life, you need to have goal. It doesn't matter what type of a goal can be. It can be you want to buy yourself a bicycle, you want to save some money, you want to lose weight, you want to improve on your intellectuals. You know, it can be anything. Write it down and carry it wherever you go. And you have to recite your goal. Recite your goal. And this is, it's true. It's not a myth. And it's working. And should you need any clarification on that, reach us on social media platforms.
Yes.
We on Facebook, I'm Elsa Rapudi. My friend is on Facebook, she's Yvonne. Reach to us, and then we can be able to guide you. Because, you know, life has changed. We no more living in those days whereby, you know, we never knew about a person called a coach or a mentor. Even a goal. You know, if you will tell me about a goal before I started to invest in me, I will think of soccer. I will think of, you know, tennis. I will think of so many things. Yes, I never knew what the goal was until I started to bet on myself. And then it was a aha moment for me, like, oh, they mean a goal whereby I have this desire and I think it's worthy to have it. So it's never late.
Yes.
It is never late.
It is never late. You're talking about goals. Me and you, we just started. And we are mothers. We are not even youths because we were lost and we wanted to find ourselves. We keep going. We pay from one program to the other, and until we came to the point where we said, yes, we have found what God kept for us. We just did it. Not within the last 1 year. We are not even youths, but you guys are young. You have a lot to start doing now. We are here for you guys. And the next time we are celebrating the youths of South Africa or the youths of the world, we will want to see one youth on this platform with us, talking with us, asking questions. It doesn't matter. You don't have to speak right because we are not even speaking right. We are learning every day to speak right. You don't have to know the facts. Just like my friend says, you don't have to be great to get started. You have to start in order to get to be great, because that is how the great men of the world are. You have to start. If you don't start, how do you know if you can become great? So next time, next Wednesday, by the grace of God, when we are here, we will expect one of the youths to come here and share with us their experiences of this day, because this day will continue to go down in the history of South Africa for the celebration of the youth and the history of the world. And as we go closer to closing this program, for one thing that I will leave with you guys, I will leave you with a question, and you think about it very well. What are you contributing? What are you contributing to yourself, to your family, to your community, to your parents, to your siblings? What are you contributing to the world? Papa Nelson Mandela contributed a whole lot. Me and you are speaking here today because of what he did. He gave away 27 years of his life. He gave away the education that he acquired in order for us to be free to speak, to talk, to teach, to remind, to celebrate one another. What are we doing? He gave us that freedom, and we have to continue in gratitude, to be grateful to him and to God, because God knows and knew why he took the route that he took. God supported him, and he did what he had to do. He did it so well before he exited the stage of life. What are you contributing before you exit the stage of this life? And I will read this quote from Nelson Mandela. It says, "Do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again."
Yes.
Nelson Mandela was tortured, beaten, all kinds of things were done to him. He contacted bronchitis in the prison, or pneumonia. Everything happened to him. But guess what? His physical self was dying, but his spiritual self and his inner self was there. They could not destroy his soul. He was still working. He was determined for his country to lead. He was determined for the youth of this country to build upon the foundation that God gave him to lay down for the South African youths. The life of South Africans, first, the youths, the parents, lay in the hands of the youth of South Africa. And the world, the life of the world, lies in your hands. Do something. Do something. We are here to nurture, to help, to direct you on what to do. Again, my name is Yvonne Mbu, or Yvonne Mundi. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on my website, which is www.buildinghopesandDreams.org. You can find us everywhere. The same thing with my friend Elsa Rapudi. I want to thank you guys so much. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the youth of South Africa. We will continue to celebrate you. I wish to see you here next week. Thank you so much.
Yes, and before we close up, I just want to leave you with something to take home and, just have a look at it and have a look at yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, everything that we do starts with an idea. Everything that we do starts with an idea. And what we have been taught at school, it was not supposed to have been done that way. The system wanted us to be programmed so that after finishing with school, we go and hunt for a job, and then we start piling our credits. So now, I want all of you by next week, come one, come all. Yes. We will be sharing with you how the mind functions. You know, most of us, I know if I can challenge you to ask you that, how do you think? Most of you will say is the brain. No, the brain is not thinking. The brain is not thinking. Everything starts with an idea.
Yes.
And we are what we are because of our thinking, because of our thought. So let's meet again next week. For now, I would like to say that, Mr. Mandela, we are celebrating you tonight. We are saluting you, and we celebrate all your memories. And we will carry on where you've left. Africa will never die. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm wondering if Joshua is there to know that we are done or not, or we can keep going. I think the African Portal join us again next week. It's over. Thank you so much. Bye bye. We love you, the youth of South Africa. We love everybody. We love the youth of the entire world, and we wish you the very best. We will be waiting to hear from you. Together, we can change the universe. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye. Good night. Good morning. Good day.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Well, so delighted to be able to just come right back into the African portal. Yvonne and Elsa have done such a great job on just helping our youth to bring attention to our youth of their value, giving so many valuable nuggets and instructions that or information that can make a big difference. And we just had a slight delay as regards to me getting back in, but that's okay. And I just want to take the time to remind our South African um, youth and any person who's deemed a youth in this time to realize that the future is bright. And as you seek to mature in life, it's important for you to focus on the right things. As youth or young adults going through changes, and sometimes we want to rush growing up. Um, persons not getting that attention at home. Persons might grow up in lack, might grow up with what we consider as dysfunctional homes. So um, you have a reason to want to just get out in the world and live. And sometimes when we at certain age, I know it happened with me, we try to force ourselves into the world, believing that if we do certain things, we'll be happy. And not only that, sometimes based on our maturity level, we go into the world not realizing that, hey, out there can be a big, bad world. And not everybody that smiles mean you well. And sometimes persons we think as friends can really turn out to be um, a greatest enemy. And what I mean by that, because you might have an emotional attachment to individuals, it's easier for you to not be aware that they are leading you in the wrong direction. Sometimes you're so vulnerable or gullible, or I like to use that word again, immature, that you're in an environment, you're in relationships that you know, that are unhealthy. And let me give an example in my life. When I was younger, um, a stranger did not offer me marijuana, but I was in the company of individuals, adults who, um, at some level, I had a trust for, and that is how I began smoking. So I'm saying all this to say, um, sometimes you're growing up and you feel as if, you know, you're so attached to persons you want to maybe prove your love, or where you're coming from is not giving you the attention you want. So you're drawn to other individuals and not realizing that they have ulterior motives. Some persons want to get you hooked on drugs so you can be their client. They can sell you drugs. Some persons just have been through so much until um, they don't know anything else but to hurt other individuals. Um, and the world we live in, the commercials, the frolicking is so in our face that indirectly it can brainwash you. For instance, you watch a movie and every time somebody's having trouble, they go to the graveyard and talk to the person who they might be had been attached to, but they're dead now. Well, I get good news for you. There's nothing wrong with visiting past loved ones to the grave, but no matter how much you talk to them, they can't hear you. Your talking might bring therapy to you, and that's fine, or might be therapeutic to you, but they can't hear you because they're gone. But that place is symbolic of you showing your appreciation, showing your reverence, um, reminding yourself that they um, made a significance in your life. But every time you watch a movie, they show you somebody having a hard time. They go to talk to somebody in the graveyard or someone in their past. I'm saying that to say all of these are thought process that are used to affect and effect the way we react. So in this time of celebrating the youth, um, I just want to say, according to the Bible, that we are born in sin and shaped in iniquity. You know, the world has so much things to offer, especially now. It's like um, there's so much out there that right is wrong and wrong is right in a lot of persons' eyes. And when you get in a community that is large enough and supports you enough, um, you could end up doing things that you feel are right because you have the support. But when there's an awakening and you come to a realization that, hey, this is empty. Um, like I tell my sons all the time, you don't have to drink to be merry. You can just have happy time. You can have a soda. You can have water and be merry. You could be thirsty and be happy because that happens from within. Now I understand that persons engage in certain things because that is their social life. I'm not condemning you. All I'm saying is it's important for you to look within and determine um, what your happiness is, not by the outside forces, not by marijuana or drinking or frolicking and so forth, but just have an inner peace that you can make conscious decision. So, I just want to strengthen and more or less drive the nail in and remind you, the youth, as we celebrate you, as because y'all could call us old, or y'all could call us out of date, or irrelevant, or whatever name you want to call us. If you live long enough, you're gonna be old too, or you're gonna be mature, or you're gonna whatever label you choose it. Um, um, and if you're gifted with the grace of life, every second we're getting older. So take this opportunity, tap into the nuggets of um, the broadcast of what Elsa, what Yvonne might have shared, or something I might have said, shared, or something I'm about to share. You are significant. You're not a mistake. I have colleagues that are products of a rape, and to be honest with you, that does not affect their life, or they have learned that they are here for a reason. I say that to say, no matter what situation you are joined to, or what, no matter how you came here, whether it's what they might call out of wedlock, whether it might have been your dad or your mom had a extra marital had an affair, and you're a product of that. Whatever it might be, you are already here. Um, and you are here to make a difference. You are here to make a difference in the society. You are here to leave a legacy. And it's so important that if you can value yourself um, in your young days, in your youthful days, and come into understanding why you are here, who you are, and the earlier you can come into pursuing your purpose, pursuing a vision, pursuing a dream, pursuing goals. Um, Tomorrow is promised to no one, but it gives you an edge of living a more productive life. There's a saying, there's a statement. What would you tell your younger self? I would tell my younger self, hey, stick to your dreams, stick to your focus, avoid um, um, being so open to person's opinion until you lose your opinion, or you end up building others because you might not be sure of what you have to build. So, you are significant. Someone is saying to me, but K. Gibson, you on that video, you don't know what I'm dealing with. And I'm hoping that this reach somebody that is in a dire situation, and it just seems hopeless. It seems like there's no way out. I want to say to you, I have colleagues that were refugees, and now they're doing well, and and well don't always mean a big car and a big house, but they're not in the situations they were in 10 years, 5 years, 7 years ago. So I want to say to you that um, there is a way out. There is a way out. Poverty and lack is draining, it's taxing, but continue to look up. And when I say look up, continue to look to God, continue to trust God, and ask God to direct you to mentors. Ask God to direct you to the right persons who can help steer you in the direction to live a more meaningful lives. Um, I have great, and I'm asking for direction to connect with the right persons in order to fulfill my destiny, in order to be more productive in the earth. I want to say this to you: the right person can make you, and the right person can break you. And yes, we trust God, but God works through persons. And even as we connect with the right persons, We need to make sure that they are not our God. They're just an instrument to help us and live a meaningful, to help us fulfill our destiny. And sometimes, a lot of times, they're helping you, but you're helping them because the end of the day, if they don't have anyone to pour in, then what they have to offer um, cannot produce the fruit it needs to. So you listen to me. Um, you are important. You are wonderfully and fearfully made according to um, the scriptures that I subscribe to, the Bible. Yes, the Bible says before you know yourself, I would paraphrase it, um, before you know yourself, God already called you. He already had predestined you to make an impact in the earth. So I'm not going to talk too long because the show is on approximately an hour. But I just want to encourage you to take heed, uh, pursue the right company, pursue God, pursue your dreams, pursue your goals. And Elsa and Yvonne and I mentioned earlier about Nelson Mandela. That was a journey. It's not an overnight thing. So it's not about quick riches. And there are persons who have done a lot early in their lives. But if you just embrace your journey, and it's not easy. Yes, K1. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not easy at times. Sometimes you have to walk alone. Sometimes you have to um, um, maybe cry yourself asleep. Maybe pray yourself asleep. Maybe convince yourself that, hey, life is worth living. But at the end of the day, you want to be able to continue to press. You want to be able to continue to improve yourself, continue to try to make the right decisions. Because let me tell you something, I made some decisions. Um, the fruit of them is horrible, and you just have to, want to, you just have to get to a point where you have to clean up some stuff and um, make the best of what you have, because at the end of the day, that's your past. That's your past. And I want to say to somebody else, don't let your past so overwhelm you. As a youth, um, you just reach. There's persons who've been in bankruptcy 3 and 4 times to get where they need to do to be and overcome situations. There's persons who had to overcome deadly diseases. There's persons who had to deal with so much. And guess what? I'm saying that to say, you're not the only one faced with hardships. You're not the only one who might have made some bad decisions. Don't count yourself out. Don't count yourself out. We celebrate you. Um, um, life is wonderful. Uh, continue to develop yourself. Continue to take your time. Continue to um, analyze the best ways you can make decisions, and continue to walk in courage. Because yes, sometimes a decision might make look good, but that don't mean it turns out good. But you don't want to live in a place. You don't want to live from a place where you are full of fear and you don't try anything. My name is K1 Gibson, founder of K1 Inspiration International, and I want to encourage you to be you, build you, and build others. Build you, be you, and build others. Be you, build you, and build others. I want to encourage you to celebrate who you are, to pursue God, to work on your purpose, work on your goals, connect with the right people, find ways to encourage yourself in tough times, and continue like the turtle to put one foot forward, because He promised He'll never leave us or forsake us. And if we continue to press, if we continue to pursue, if we continue to improve ourselves, it's just a matter of time before your breakthrough manifests. Be blessed. Thank you. And until we meet again.
Oh, yes,